Well, good morning, everybody. This is DearMamaSal on a strange morning. It's strange all around. It is sort of feels really damp, and yet we've got blue sky. There's some cloud cover, but not a lot. It's wow. I'm saying wow. I'm a little bit late for work today. There's a huge accident here. I always think about the fact that if I'd been on time, maybe I would be that person. I mean, the accident was bad enough that they closed the whole intersection. We're being rerouted a completely different way. So, I am a great believer, and there's a reason for everything. And part of the reason for everything this morning is, guess what? The sewer line backed up again. But this morning is the morning that they're busy working on it right now as I leave. So they're going to go down and try and cut that piece of my pipe that has a piece of either pipe or rebar in it that is causing the problem. So it's quite a job, not a job I would want to do. I've left it to two very able-bodied men and a plumber to fix as best they can. So I'm trying to keep my mind straight. Do you remember how I told you that when you've got something like this going on, the most important thing is to stay as calm as you can, and the way you stay as calm as you can is to not awfulize it. Don't make it more awful than it already is. Awfulize, don't do that. So I am fully aware that today I'm either going to have a bill probably close to $1,000 that I haven't got, or I'm going to hear that they haven't been able to fix it. And that could be a very large bill indeed. So why would I go there? You know, the trick is just to concentrate on what you have. Now, the good news would be that they managed to do what they think they can do today, what they're hoping to do, and it works. And that's the end of the sewer backup problem. We would like that big time. The whole system started to stop working around about as I was cooking dinner last night. It's very difficult to cook dinner when you can't use water, and you have no idea how much washing up is around my kitchen at the moment, but it is what it is, right? I mean, there's no point getting upset. I did rinse off some plates and just throw the water out onto the garden like I was camping, because that was the best I could do. But other than that, everything's sitting in water waiting to be washed when I get home tonight, if I'm lucky. So, another great example of just, you know, don't sweat it too much because you don't know what the issue is. So what will happen now is I'm going to work, because that'll keep my mind occupied. I could have taken the day off to watch all this happen, but who wants a day off when you can't use the washroom? You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm going to go to work, and I'm sure they'll phone me and let me know what's going on, and we'll take it from there. On the good side, and we have lots of good news. the weekend update. First of all, for those of you who saw the mystery of the box, I ended up opening up a present yesterday. Not yesterday, on Friday I think it was, I opened it up. And it was such fun. Because out of the blue, without any note in it or anything, I got some BB cream. You know, I'm always asking what BB cream is, and somebody sent me some. And I was so excited. The only thing was, there was no note in it to say who it was from. Or, I just didn't know where this present was from. Well, I found out over the weekend. And I asked permission to tell the story because I thought the story was so funny and so darn cute. What happened was, you remember Carly who sent me the umbrella? The ever thoughtful Carly. Well, she sent it to me by accident. She actually had bought it for her mum. And because when she bought it from a place that she buys from obviously quite regularly, and they had, you know, different addresses, and she accidentally clicked my address. I was meant to have it, you understand. Now, I bet you're wondering, did I send it on to Carly's mum? No. Because I've already used it. And Carly told me not to, by the way. She was quite insistent. She said, you keep it and enjoy it. She'd got some at home that she was going to give to her mum in the meantime. And she just said to me, no, Sally, yeah, absolutely, you keep it. So I said, okay, I will. So it was a surprise, not only to me, but also to Carly. We like that. We like that big time. On the good news as well, you will remember that I did 2 very difficult vlogs recently for women who have grown-up sons who are causing disruption in their lives in 2 different ways. Well, I'm very, very pleased to report that both those women okay, I can turn that down now. Both those women reported back to me this weekend in different ways that excuse me, they were taking steps to change their boundaries or to change their situation. And I am so proud of them. So proud of them. So even though it was a very difficult subject for me to discuss, and I often wonder when I have those discussions whether, you know, I should be having those discussions even. But to me, those sort of discussions, the difficult ones, are the ones that we need to have in some ways, because we don't have them in everyday life, that people are too scared of them, that for offending people or upsetting people or whatever. It's because we don't have them that people don't know what to do. And so I really want to give both of them a big round of applause, which I'm not going to do because I'm driving. But I want to give them both a big round of applause because what they both decided to do was to do something to help themselves in this situation. Yay, well done. I also got an incredible email from a young person in India who was going through a really tough time. And as usual, my question was, you know, have you told your doctor about this? And the answer was no. And I said, well, my first recommendation is that you go and talk to your doctor about this. because it's important for your doctor to know that you're going through this stuff. So she wrote back and said, good, that's what I'll do. And again, yay, well done, whoever you are, well done, because what you're doing is called being adults. You're not sitting and complaining about it. What you're doing is you're doing something to start correcting the situation. And that's what adults do. That's what mature people do. I don't mean mature in age, I mean mature in mentality. You know, they're not sitting there just coming up with the excuses. They're actually doing good stuff. I've just seen the cutest little thing. That is so cute. There is a pickup truck. Yeah, a regular little pickup truck. And it's got like a baby container sitting in it. So you can turn your pickup truck into a van just by backing into a trailer. Now, how you do that without bashing your car is beyond my, the back of your car is beyond my comprehension. Or maybe it lifts up and on. I want to see how that works now. Wow. Okay, so now here's the thing that I really need to talk about from the weekend, which is, as you may or may not know, I got to go out to dinner on Saturday night with a very dear friend who I adore. Known her for many, many, many years, and she's quite a bit younger than I am, but I still count her amongst my very close friends. And she's the sort of person where you go, if the wheels came off my life, I know she'd be there. I just know she'd be there for me, because that's the sort of person she is. So anyway, I got to go out to dinner with her this week and this weekend, and I got to meet the boyfriend. Lordy, that was so difficult. And what made it so difficult was he was so nice. Really polite, really funny, charming. Obviously adores her. I mean, really. Couldn't he just have had something wrong that I could pick on him for, But he was just delightful. And it's really strange, because I'm only a few years younger than her own mother, and yet I have this sort of strange position in her life of sort of friend / mentor / whatever, and we're sort of been buds for a long, long time. And so this guy, bless his heart, I sort of looked at him and I said, I have a couple of things I need to say. And he looked at me and he went, well, the first one would be, you're never going to be good enough for Marnie, in my eyes. And I said, well, as long as we got that one cleared up, that's fine. It was so cute. Anyway, I am really delighted for her. Really, really delighted for her. And that made me cry, because I have watched her be alone for a long, long time. And I'm really delighted that she has found somebody that looks like a really good match. I think we all have a good love story, right? And you know, for me, it's like, you know, if I sat down and went, okay, who would be a really good match for Marnie? Yeah, I think this guy would check a lot of boxes. And he was very patient with me, I thought. Very patient with me. And one of the first things I said when I met him was, okay, let's save a lot of time. What do you already know about me? And he came up with a string of things, including including the one that made me crack up, which was, apparently you do not suffer fools lightly. I said, good, don't be foolish. Anyway, it was a very challenging and entertaining evening, and I really did surprise myself how emotional I got about. And then I realized it was my fear of losing her, which I admitted to, which wasn't easy, but I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I had worked out why I was upset. And it's amazing how selfish I can be, isn't it? But for those of you who are mothers, I guess you can probably understand. I'm sure you've all been through it. Well, those of you who have been through it with your children. There's a sort of letting go process. And you know, the funny thing is, how grateful am I that it's to somebody that I like so far. You know, how many parents have to go through this with somebody that they don't think is a good fit? Yikes. I can remember actually my friends doing it to me when I fell in love some time ago. And all my friends grilled this poor guy. Big time. And I was quite embarrassed at the time, I must admit, but I can understand that. But you really get to understand that they really mean it, you know. And there is great love in that. And an intelligent person will realize the great love in that and see it for what it is in a positive way. That this person that they're going out with must have a lot of good qualities if people feel that strongly about them. Anyway, it was fun. So it was a very good weekend. I didn't get a lot achieved, obviously, but it was a good weekend, and I'm just amazed that we are halfway through January already and on our way to spring. I really look forward to spring. One of my favorite cartoons of all time was a picture of the little bird Woodstock in Charlie Brown, looking into the far distance, and I think it was Charlie Brown anyway. And what happened was that all the landscape was grey, and then you could see the sun rising, just starting to rise, and the sun was all spring flowers and everything else, and Woodstock, the little bird, shouting, "Spring!" You know, but it's so far away. And I've always loved that cartoon, and I keep it in my mind every year because I remember it's coming. I just got to wait it out. It's going to be here. It's just a long way away at the moment. But the good news is we're at the right side heading towards it now. Have you noticed the days are beginning to get a little lighter? That's always good. My crocuses are up. Oh, excuse me. My crocuses are out of the ground. They're not flowering yet, but they're out of the ground. So any minute I will get buds on them, and that'll be another clear sign that we're heading in the right direction. And that's good. I'm hoping you're all going to have a wonderful day. I hope you had reason to smile this weekend. I am hoping I'm going to have really big reason to smile when I get home this evening. And I'm hoping that nobody's going to notice that I wasn't able to have a shower this morning. I know. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. And I want to thank you, by the way, for your words of encouragement on my little cooking videos. I'm still shaking my head on this thing because, I've never considered myself a cook whatsoever. And yet you guys are so supportive of my little videos that it encourages me to do different little things. And I thank you. I was amazed that my very short little video on the shrimp has got so many views already. So obviously people must have gone, gosh, I haven't had shrimp for a while. That's a good idea. I do like to do what I call the very simple stuff because I think there are a lot of people who, when I look at the age group of people that are following me, quite a lot of them are in an age group where maybe they haven't sort of learned how to do those sort of things. So I thought I'd do some easy stuff because the difficult stuff I'm not good at anyway. Dear Mama Sal saying, have a great day. Bye-bye for now.